Welcome to day 2 of the McBrides in Wonderland. That's a good name.
It's a good name.
I just came up with that. Yesterday was rough. If you haven't caught part 1 of this little travel series, you should see what happened to us yesterday. The good news is the trip continues. We thought we were going to have to scrap it, but we were lucky enough to track down just a simple Coleman stove, so we will be able to eat tonight. We went to bed hungry last night. Spoiler if you haven't seen episode 1.
And the thing is, we packed really awesome food, like corn on the cob and chicken with a really great barbecue rub. I mean, so it was a little disappointing.
Yeah, it was really disappointing, actually. It was very disappointing. I was a grumpy gills, I'll tell you. I was. So, the good news is we didn't have to scrap the rest of the trip. We found a way that we could stay alive. So we're just continuing through Yellowstone. We're gonna go do the good old-fashioned Old Faithful.
We're crossing our fingers that they have their ice cream shop open.
Yeah.
So I can get my Huckleberry ice cream.
Huckleberry ice cream. So, do you want to do a trip tip?
A trip tip? Okay.
Yeah.
Trip tip.
Trip tip. We need an intro. Trip tip. Trip tip. Trip tip. With Hillary.
Well, there's lots of huckleberries in Montana, and they always have really yummy things here and around West Yellowstone of huckleberry flavors. So like huckleberry ice cream or maple syrup with huckleberries in it.
I saw today huckleberry hard cider.
Ooh.
I mean, I'm not a hard cider guy, but even that exists.
I'm sure that if you can put huckleberries in it, they've done it here.
Yeah. Oh, you know what would be great? Huckleberry Coke.
Oh, yeah, that would be
That would
good.
be so good. Anyway, that's where we're headed. So just enjoy the drive with us as we head on to Old Faithful. So pulling into the inn, I don't know if it's open. It looks like a gift shop.
The lights are on, so maybe just the bottom floor is open.
Yeah, lights are on, but nobody's home. Nope, door's closed.
Doors are closed. Well, I'm still gonna walk up and see.
Yeah. The good news is, at least there's parking.
There's parking here.
Because usually there is no parking. Do you want to be closer to the geyser or closer to the gift shop?
This is fine over here. We're here and there's nobody.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm gonna make this a spot. Park next to this Jeep here.
That's funny.
And I wonder where they're displaying times, because usually it was inside of
Yeah.
the place.
Maybe it's inside. Oh, do you think that visitor center's closed? The big one?
It might be.
I guess we will put on our shoes and go find out.
We're gonna go find out. All right, our first stop, we gotta see if they got ice cream. We don't know if the inn is open, but per Hillary's trip tip, this is the best place to get ice cream, and you need to get Huckleberry, and for her chocolate, or for me, Rocky Road or Moose Tracks. So let's see what they got. It's not looking good. It is not looking good. They've got windows still boarded up. Yeah, it's closed.
For all geyser predictions, press 2.
Yes, thanks.
Old Faithful Geyser is predicted to erupt at 2:07 p.m., plus or minus 10 minutes, on Friday,
Yeah, ready. 1,
June
2,
20.
3. Wow.
What time is it?
1:30.
And then you said 2:0 something?
Yeah.
Like 30 minutes until Old Faithful does its thing. So I think we're gonna make some PB&Js on Hillary's homemade bread.
Yes, that'll be so good.
Freaking good. Let's eat. Okay, we're like T-minus 5 minutes on this thing. Hopefully we catch the big boom. I think we will. Yeah, I think it's at 2:07. I don't know. You guys remember because it was like probably 30 seconds ago for you, but like 45 minutes ago for me. So let's see what we get. We have decided, because we've been working out a little bit, that we're going to try and do a hike. And it's called Observation Point, and I think it's just switchbacks the entire time. So you may not see much, because we'll probably be huffing and puffing, but let's at least get up to it. This is a good time for us to kind of touch on, the park is actually decently crowded.
I'm actually shocked, and I can't remember the last time I was around this many people.
Yeah, it's a little weird. So initial reports were given to us that the place was pretty empty. Right now, you only see us on a trail, so yes. But during the Old Faithful thing, like, we really did our best to you know, keep our goal of staying away from people, which is obviously what we're doing right now too. So just know that if you are planning to come out this way, it's probably busier than it really looks. So there you have it, Old Faithful from the cool vantage point. The hike, really, I don't know. I was beat by the top, I'll be honest, but it was good to sit and rest, and we only had to wait 15 minutes. So pretty rad. I think we're gonna be adventurous and try and finish this whole hike. It's a decent sized loop. And then, I don't know, do we just go to camp after that?
Maybe.
Yeah.
See what Grand Prismatic looks like.
Okay, I like that idea. I like where her head is at. Adventure is fun. I feel like I need to say something right now. There was a kid up there, and his dad had set a pretty poor example of someone to respect land and, you know, the rules set by the park. He crossed over the barrier, and his kid crossed over the barrier, and they let his kid approach some wildlife. And honestly, like, this might be a little bit of a rant, but I want to throw it out here. If you're visiting the parks, be responsible. Teach your kids to be responsible. The kid ran in front of my camera. I had my camera on the barrier, so we were both on the right side where we were supposed to be, the designated viewing area. And there's no reason that kid should have ever interrupted my shot, because nobody should be on that side. But his dad was, so his dad was setting the standard that, hey, you know, the rules aren't for us. We're cool. We'll be all right on this side. Oh, is that an animal? Yeah, go stick your hand out. Try and touch it. Like, what's to say that kid in 5 to 6 years won't be the kid that tries to approach a buffalo or, you know, a flipping bear for that matter. So, I don't know. Short little rant. I'm just a little perturbed that that's happening, because we all know better. Don't let that be your kid. All right, end of rant. Continue the hike. Okay, that's pretty cool. You never know what you're gonna find on a Yellowstone hike.
Never. We come here all the time, and we've never seen that geyser before.
Yeah, solitary geyser every 5 to 7 minutes. up to 4 feet in size.
And it's just like bright blue, bright orange. So cool.
Yeah, super cool. We don't really know where else this hike will take us, but I'm happy we're on it.
This is how we start the fire.
We've hiked.
We did it.
Kind of exhausted. I'm actually looking forward to a little drive. Who knows where we will end up next? It's a big park. So, yeah, if you're ever here, that hike's nice. Took us better part of like 2 or 3 hours, right?
Yeah, we did stop and watch Old Faithful for a while.
Oh,
and
2:07 is when the first Old Faithful was?
Yeah, and then we went, so my watch is dead.
It was like 2.5 hours. Anyway, better part of 2 hours. Good hike, feel good. You're not on a boardwalk the whole time. It's kind of nice to be a part of Yellowstone. I liked that. That was
Me
like,
too. That was nice.
that was one of my favorite parts. So, Cool Rick is in sight. I'm ready to sit down.
This is how we start the fire. This is how we start the fire.
We've arrived at camp for what we hope is a much better evening than last night. We have already encountered quite a few bugs. So we're gonna set up our anti-bug candle and get ourselves hosed down in bug spray.
Hurry. I'm serious, I'm being swarmed.
Okay, I think the plan for dinner tonight is get this new thing open because, well, because last night sucked. And then I think we're gonna try and make some quesadillas on this. Whoa! Some good kindling here. We're gonna eat tonight!
The bugs are so bad.
Oh yeah, we did not get that noise yesterday.
Ooh, yum. Crispy.
Chair that we found. We picked it up at Camp Saver in Logan, but it's the Big Agnes Big 6 armchair. And this is how small it is. It's like shorter than my t-shirt. Absolutely love it, because all of the chairs we've had in the past have been huge, but there's like creature comforts that come to that size of a chair, such as armrests and kind of that loungy feel. So we found this. They're not exactly a cheap chair, but considering this is our 3rd camp chair, we could have just bought this once and been done with it. Buy once, cry once. Okay, so when you first get it, it kind of comes in a mess of poles like this. And the whole idea behind these poles is that there's obviously 2 sides to your chair, a top or a left and a right. And then everything, kind of like a tent, will snap together. But then there's a cool feature on the hub of the chair, the main like portion of your chair. All of the holes have little grooved notches. And that's so that when you do put a piece through them, it has its correct orientation and holds its shape. So this will not rotate. Pretty rad. And then every piece is just kind of paired through the main hub to its brother. Ta-da, ta-da. And then again, this one just pairs to a cap. That's its brother. And there you go, that's one side done. So then you just do the other side. So then it kind of gets to this shape, and then you can put the cover on. It's basically all one piece. Well, basically, I mean it is. It's one piece. Slip it on the back. Little arm spots here. And that'll get your whole backrest set up. It's kind of got a little socket that it all sits into. Same thing, the red poles match up to the red markers. Boom. And then the armrest punches through, little cup holder. They give you that tab that you can kind of help to guide that piece over, like so. Up and over. And then there's clips for the back to give it the rest of its shape, and then you're done. So we've been a huge fan of these chairs. They're super comfortable, they're super small, and of all the chairs we bought, I think they're my favorite. All right, I have eaten, we have the fire going, we obviously have our chair set up, and I've left Hillary just to enjoy that while I get the tent going and kind of just get ourselves ready for bed. And try and convince her that we should go to bed early because I'm kind of beat. I had a long day. This has been a long episode.
This is how we start the fire. Came to get busy. We came to get down. Don't care who's against us. We gonna be loud. We came to get busy. We came to get down. Don't care who's against us. This is how we start the fire.
Boom, bed is set up. Camp is gorgeous. I think I'm gonna put the camera away and just enjoy the rest of the evening. Thank you for joining us. If you liked the video, like the video. If you have a question, leave us a comment. And if you wanna hang out again, make sure to subscribe. Until next time, I'm Justin B. McBride.
This is how we start the fire.
I'm serious, I'm being swarmed. Okay, that's a swarm. It's a party, it's a party, it's a party, it's a party, it's a party.